Winter Games are being played some thousands of miles away from Beijing in Ukraine. Here, the game involves weapons, and instead of athletes, there are troops. On the one side, Russia has its military station right outside Ukraine, and on the other hand, we have the US deploying 3,000 troops in Eastern Europe. 3,000 troops from the US and 1,000 troops from Germany, and thousands more on standby. US President orders Pentagon to deploy troops in Eastern Europe to support NATO.
And if we face a security environment that is prone to disruption, that is prone to destabilization, that is prone to threats, we are going to take steps in the vein of defense and deterrence.
Maritime Black Sea neighbor Turkey extends a helping hand to Ukraine to ease its tension with Russia. Turkish President Erdogan was welcomed by Ukrainian President in the capital of Kyiv. Not only did Erdogan offer to mediate the ongoing crisis, he also promised to do everything in his power to end the crisis on a peaceful note. Turkish drones have been deployed in Ukraine's eastern Donbas region. A series of agreements that includes a free trade deal. Both countries benefit from the bilateral annual commerce. Now roughly around 2,000 troops will be sent from Fort Bragg to Poland and Germany this week. Around 1,000 troops will be repositioned near Europe. As Russia shows no signs of de-escalating after several rounds of diplomatic talks with the US and NATO, the US is preparing for a possible prospect of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Surprised at the sudden deployment of troops by the US, Russia calls the move destructive. Destructive steps increase military tension and reduce the scope for a political decision. Moscow also accuses the Ukrainian government and NATO of failing to maintain peace near the border. Meanwhile, Poland and NATO welcome the US announcement of deploying troops near Europe. To pursue Russia for another round of diplomatic talks, France President Emmanuel Macron is all set to visit Russia to speak about the Ukraine crisis. Despite amassing a large number of troops near the border, Russia has repeatedly denied having any plans of invading Ukraine. To deter moves against Russia, Pentagon has decided to deploy more than 8,500 troops in Europe.